Good morning, guys. Not how I wanted to start my day. I can't believe I'm at the hospital. I feel like it always just reminds me of Charlie. 20 minutes? Ooh, do we think it's gonna take us 20 minutes? I don't know. Okay, I ended up being 5 minutes early or something, so I'm gonna sit here and explain this again really fast. If you guys watched my last video, then you know I was having some spotting, some light bleeding, and it made me really nervous. The doctor had mentioned potentially coming in to have my blood work taken. And I didn't call yesterday because the bleeding stopped. Yesterday was Monday. It's Tuesday today. I woke up this morning. Last night I kind of convinced myself that I really wanted to call and get checked because I just feel like in my gut something is off and I don't know what it is. It just feels different or off. When I woke up this morning, I felt like all of my symptoms, any small symptoms that I had been having, were pretty much gone, and I felt like my boobs weren't sore anymore, and just these things combined with already feeling like nervous about the spotting. So I called and I said I want my blood work taken, and I'm not usually one to like call and just like ask for things to be done. I don't think I've ever done that, so I was really uncomfortable doing that, but I'm glad I did because I'm having my blood work. I'm stopping by the lab right now at the hospital. My doctor's in the hospital, so I'm going to get my blood work taken and hopefully know today some answers. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. I'll let you guys know I am back. That was such a bizarre experience. First of all, just being in the hospital right now, with all the COVID stuff, it felt just so strange, and I felt out of place, and I felt super nervous just because it was a new situation for me and I'd never been to where I was going in this hospital. I was like just stumbling through all of my words, and when she was checking me in, "Are you a new patient here?" And I'm like, "I think so." I'm like, how do I not know this answer? Like, I've given birth here, but I've never seen this doctor, so I just felt super awkward. I don't know when I'm going to hear back about this because the nurse on the phone didn't tell me, and I asked the lab tech who took my blood, and he said tomorrow, which made me feel like he had no idea, so I don't actually know. I really, really hope that I'm just crazy, guys. Like, that I'm really wrong in this and everything is okay. I'm gonna head now and just, I guess, be anxious all day. And luckily, you guys don't have to wait for answers. You'll know in just a minute. That says it. Okay, I thought that was just like dirt. It looks like there's dirt on my chin, but that says it. So that's fun. Update time. It's been, I don't know, it's like the following week from when I had that appointment. I've been so exhausted, which is honestly a really good sign. I'm trying to remember where I left off, but I ended up calling the doctor, and then the nurse called me back a little bit later that afternoon, and she said that what did she say? She said my HCG level looks really high, and she said it in a way that made me feel like, why are you saying it like that? And she said, we'll definitely see something when you come in for your ultrasound. I was like, why is she making it sound like there's more than one thing in there? I don't remember, like, I wish I would have recorded the phone call because now I'm having trouble remembering it. But she said it was a really great number to see, and that was really encouraging. She didn't really say anything about the spotting. I asked about my progesterone levels because that was what I was really curious about, and she said it didn't look like the doctor ordered that to be checked, and I was like, that's what I was hoping to find out about, is if I had the low whatever. So that did end up getting checked, but just knowing that my HCG level was high is encouraging. They didn't have me go back to check it again or anything like that, but I've definitely been feeling more symptoms now. So again, that makes me feel a little bit better. It's probably been close to a week since I went in and had that blood checked. And I've just been really mostly exhausted. I've had spotting every other day probably since that appointment, but now I don't feel as nervous just knowing that my numbers are higher. I'm wondering, like, nobody there seems to be that concerned, so I don't know if I should take that as relaxing or if I should take it like no one's listening to me, you know what I mean? I'm not a pushy person or anything like that. So I felt really like good and fine up until just a little bit ago, probably an hour ago. I was laying there with Emmy, and I just felt like a gush, the first kind of gush of blood. And I knew what it was as soon as I felt it. So I went to the bathroom, and there was just like an amount of red blood, bright red blood. And I was wiping, and there was more blood, and I thought, this is definitely the most blood that I've seen by far up until now. 8:30 now, it was probably 7:30. I would probably call the doctor if it was during the day, but the office is closed right now. It's probably enough to be needing to wear a pad, or at least it was. I haven't gone back and checked now. Then I did check a little bit afterward, and it was kind of only when I wiped again. So I'm not just like actively bleeding still. At least I don't think so. I have to go pee again. And I do have to pee a lot, so again, another good sign. It's just tricky because you don't want to be super pushy. The doctors don't seem to be worried. I know that spotting can be normal. Again, like I said in my last video, it's just not normal for me to be bleeding. So if I wake up tomorrow and I'm still bleeding, I will call them and just see if they want me to come in and tell them that like it's definitely a lot more blood this time. They don't seem nervous. They don't seem nervous. I think the main reason they're not nervous is because I'm not cramping or anything like that. So the bleeding is probably just one of several random things. And I'm really hoping that's what it is. I'm just gonna be anxiously awaiting my appointment, which is now only 6 days away, I think, probably 5 when this video goes up. My appointment is on Monday the 15th, and I'll have my blood work and I'll have my ultrasound then, and I'll actually get to talk to somebody face to face. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I think I'm gonna be really nervous going in. But I felt pretty fine these last few days, not like all up in my head about things and going crazy, you know what I mean? I'm really glad that I have you guys to share this with. Everyone's been checking in with me over on Instagram. If you want more like a live update on things, I post things over on my Instagram a lot more often. Yeah, I really hope that I don't have to go in tomorrow. I really hope that this bleeding, current bleeding right now, stops, because I hadn't seen anything for the last couple days, and every time that stops I think, oh good, like this is behind us, this is past us, but no, then it comes back again. And a lot of people have been saying it could probably be a subchronic hematoma. Yeah, I think it's called a SCH, maybe that's it. Yeah, that sounds right. Basically, and I don't want to describe it because I don't know that much about it and I'm not a doctor, but I think it has something to do with like a pocket of blood that forms between the placenta when it attaches or something like that. And as far as I know, for the most part, it heals itself, unless I guess it's a really big... I'm, again, not a doctor on that, so I'm wondering if that could possibly be it. It seems like the most likely answer, but I don't know what you would do to fix it. Again, I think it just fixes itself on its own. The only thing that concerns me is I would like to know if I'm supposed to be resting more than normal, like not maybe bed rest, but like I need like pelvic rest or anything like that. I'd like to know that. So that's like the only reason I wish that I could go in and have an ultrasound, just to verify everything for sure. But I guess I'm just waiting here in limbo. I wish I could give you guys a final answer. I thought I did, but this new bleeding today is slightly concerning. So this has been I'm now 8 weeks and 2 days pregnant. I'm gonna go now and really just lay down for the rest of the night and drink a ton of water. Make sure it's not just me being dehydrated. The other kind of thing that I'm wondering is if it might just be, I don't know if it could be stress related. We have a lot of balls up in the air is what it feels like right now. We're trying to figure out where we should be going, what should we be doing, and it's like all up in my mind. We've been talking to our lender and like some realtors and figuring out what our options are, if we want to refinance our home and stay here, or if we want to sell our home now because our market is so hot and go find something. But if we did that, it'd be like taking a big leap that we would find what we want, because we'd have to sell our house first, and it's like a whole big thing. And this is about my pregnancy right now. So I'll make another vlog very soon, probably. That'll be the next video as a vlog, and I'll update you guys on the house and all that's happening over there. So subscribe if you are new. Like this video, it helps my channel out so much since you can't leave a comment, but you can go over to Instagram if you want to chat, and I'll see you guys so soon. Bye.